Keep showing up. If no one invests in you, invest in yourself. If no one believes in you, believe in yourself. Even if you don't see the results right away, keep showing up until you do see the results. Even if you don't see the results for a very, very long time, keep showing up.
All right, Tim Di Bernardino,
Jimmy, what's up, brother?
Thanks for coming in.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Family, friend, real estate, entrepreneur, a little bit of everything with you. You're at the Brent Celek Real Estate team at Keller Williams Media.
Correct. Yeah, we just switched to Keller Williams. We were a private brokerage. I was broker of record. Brent and I are partners, and we just kind of looked at a couple things and decided that Keller Williams was the best fit for us. So we moved there. We're still set up the same way, but just a team now under Keller Williams.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's amazing.
So
is that like is that something that you transfer a client list, or like everybody kind of works together, or did Brent and you sell? Like,
no, it wasn't really. It was kind of like a partnership with them type deal. Just went under their brand. Their systems are better than what we could give our agents. And I still sell, so like relieving me from like the brokerage side of things definitely helps my personal business. So we're excited. We thought it was the best fit for us. We had a couple different companies we were talking to that were reaching out, and Keller Williams just made the most sense for us. Yeah,
that's
good
awesome.
people over there. A lot of agents that I've worked with.
People that you've known.
That I've known in the business for a while.
And that's a big name company as well.
I mean, huge,
so,
all the bigger brands are pretty well known, but that one was just the best fit for us.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I guess explain for like people that don't know what you guys do or what Brent does as well. Can you give a little background information on like how that operate, like how you guys operate over there? Is it just a real estate company, or is there more to it? Is there title? Is there?
So we're a residential real estate team. So obviously anybody looking to buy or sell or rent, invest in residential real estate. All of our agents are licensed in Pennsylvania. A few are licensed in Jersey, myself. And I think we have a couple that are licensed in Delaware as well. So anybody looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate, commercial real estate, it's the same license. Like it's one license for commercial or residential. I don't focus on commercial. I got a couple buddies that do that. Brent has gotten dipped his foot in some commercial real estate, like investing, but for the most part, just strictly residential for us. Yeah.
That's awesome. What's it like working with Big Brent, man?
Great, man.
I mean, you introduced me to him.
Yeah.
A
He's
couple
a great
years
guy.
back. He's always been a great guy. I mean, a little starstruck at first, but once you get to know him, he's just like, he's just like any other dude.
Total regular guy.
Just
Yeah.
total
That's what I told people when we partnered up. I first met him and kind of pitched a listing together, and after the first listing appointment, we kind of just sat down and talked and liked the way both of us kind of did it and worked and handled ourselves, and we decided to start a team together. But I tell everybody, you would think he was like a Philadelphia guy, like born and raised. He's just that same personality, hardworking, normal, shows up. You would never, like, other than the size of him and us knowing the Eagles, like you would never know he was like a celebrity or pseudo-celebrity.
Yeah, I think he's like a couple years younger than me, but
definitely
he's definitely got like close to 100 pounds on me. I think he's a big dude. Once you get to know him, though, he's a reasonable guy. We did work thanks to Tim on his property. We kind of bartered a little bit.
Yep.
And just a genuine good dude. For a little period of time, I think he still may be, I don't know, he's flipping some houses or trying to, get some more rental prop. Was he doing rentals as well? Or just flipping?
He owns, some commercial stuff. He owns his rentals. Yeah. Like our office building he owns.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotten involved in some like residential development over the years, but kind of got out of that.
It's such a pain in the ass trying to.
Residential stuff. Yeah,
residential is tough, but you gotta. I mean, unless he has a guy or a person that is dedicated just to doing that.
Yeah.
Side of the business, he's so busy. It's like me trying to jump into it. Like I'm so busy, it's tough for me to actually focus and make money on flips,
On other stuff,
on
exactly,
other
for sure,
things
yeah, 'cause it
without.
pulls your attention away from
Correct.
your real money
Yeah, and if you have
maker.
somebody that doesn't really understand the flipping or has a set of skills that, has a book of subs or something like
Mhm.
that, there's so many moving parts,
Yep,
and like you pay somebody to do that, that's your profit right there when you could be the one just doing it yourself.
exactly. Yeah, and
So,
he's very hands-on with everything he's involved in, so, um, kind of dealing with like that stuff. Like he always wants to know what's going on in a good way. Like
mhm.
wants to know what's going on. So he's very very involved in what he's investing in, and I think it kind of like having to like be devoted to that pulls him away from
Yeah,
the other stuff that he's like uh, trying to focus on as well.
yeah,
And he's
yeah,
got he's got 4 kids now. He's married.
yeah.
So his family has grown over the years since
That's amazing.
yeah, more since he stopped playing. So um, yeah, he just enjoys the commercial real estate investing better
Yeah,
than
which
the
is smart
residential.
because if you have that book of commercial properties, I feel like it's never gonna lose value, and it's residual income where, on a week to week or a month to month basis, you're getting that steady cash flow in.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, again, I don't focus on commercial too much. I got my buddies that do it, but yeah, it's it's for some people and
Yeah,
not for others. But yeah, he's he doesn't just go buy something to buy it. He
yeah,
he kind of underwrites it well and does all that stuff, and has a team and guys around him that kind of
yeah.
look it over. But he's very involved in what he does, and he's very sharp. He's not just kind of like a
Football
yeah,
player.
not nothing against the other guys, but
Yeah,
he shows up every day and
that's
he
awesome.
looks over everything. It's not
Yeah,
just
that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, at least he got a college education and
yeah,
is actually using it. Some guys just piss away their money on stupid things. Brent seems pretty humble and doesn't, splurge
yeah,
in a sense.
yeah. I met it. Met his family. Comes from a good family and all that
Yeah,
stuff. So it's yeah, he's very very down to earth and
yeah.
kind of level headed. So
Let's take it back a little bit for some people that may not know Tim Di Bernardino here. I know a little bit about you, but give like the people watching like a little bit about where you grew up and what high school you went to. We know some mutual people:
mhm.
Kevin O'Donnell, Leo Muldoon,
Leo Muldoon is my man.
couple of those crazy cats. But like for people that may not know you, like I guess jump right into how where you were raised a little bit
Cool.
and the area you grew up in. So
Yeah, I grew up in Drexel Hill. Went to St. Dots. Then I went to Cardinal O'Hara, and then I went to Newman College. I stayed local for college. Went to Newman College here
local,
in Aston. Yep,
there you go.
Newman University now. Um,
That's a great school, by the way.
yeah, I mean it
Newman.
was
Yeah,
cool. I commuted, so it was nice
you're
to
easy.
be home. Yeah. I'm one of 7 kids, so I got a big family. My mom was from a big family, so I have a ton of cousins and like extended family that's local, which obviously kind of helps being in like a services business like real
Mhm.
estate for referral purposes and all that. But grew up in Drexel Hill. I live in Springfield now with my family, and um, nobody ever leaves Delco. I'm one of those people. I've never left, and
Never left,
yeah,
but kind of wish you did. Kind of wish you
yeah,
didn't.
there's some parts that you wish you did, and some parts you
Yeah,
wish you didn't. But
yeah,
I don't know. It has my heart, man, and you just always kind of
yeah, man.
stuck here, and in a good way, and sometimes in a bad way. But yeah, I love it, man. I love
I
it.
love
My
Delco.
office is
I mean,
media.
I kind of grew up a little bit in Monco,
Mhm.
a little bit, and it's nothing like Delco.
Nothing.
I mean, even for business, like, Monco, you're still far away from like the Jersey Shore.
Hmm.
You're closer to like,
Like Northern Shore points. Like
yeah,
New
Northern
Yorkers.
Shore points, but you're like, you're not part of that Delco kind of
Mhm.
atmosphere where like everybody's kind of tight knit. It's more spread out. You're closer to like the Poconos and stuff, but um, I love this area because you can literally, I mean, especially where our office is, because you can get to Delaware
Mhm.
within 15, 20 minutes. You can get to the Poconos if you want in an hour 30, if that. You can get to the Jersey Shore, hour 30, if that. New York, an hour and 45
Yep.
minutes, depending on traffic. You're right next to the city. It's kind of like, it's like a perfect area, kind
Perfect
of right,
location.
right in the main line, and doing work and business, and especially with real estate. I mean, the real estate's booming in this area, has been for the last, 8 to 10 years, or I want to say. But I mean, how do you see things now with like the fuel prices and the economy? Like, do you see things still like on the up and up? Uh, do you feel like it's kind of plateaued a little bit? Where do you think it's going?
Um, I mean, like you said, we're in a very unique area location wise. Again, we probably take it for granted growing up here and just thinking it's home. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But you see the prices nationally compared to our area. You know, some areas are kind of going down. Like the
Taking a
COVID thing
dip,
was
yeah.
crazy. It kind of
Yeah.
threw everything for a loop. You know, some areas went nuts and spiked quickly, and then once COVID's over and people are back to the offices, those areas kind of start going down. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
vacation areas and good weather areas like Florida and all that. But our area being so close to DC and Philly and New York, and especially like the suburbs outside of the city, it's just been like crazy. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like people have been like I've seen a lot of people coming from New York to buy down here, and it's just it's tough to tell. Like to get a hold of the market and like what's actually going on, and is it going to drop? Is it going to do this? Because you always have buyers asking like, oh, you know, I'm going to pay this, but like, what if it goes down in a couple of years? Well, I
Yeah.
mean, you know, nobody has a crystal ball. Nobody can see that for sure. But for our area and what's surrounded by it and all the good stuff that's going on within the city of Philadelphia, all the local universities are great. You know, Villanova expanding, like the main line, Delaware County, Montgomery County, the Philadelphia 5 county area is just hot.
It's strong.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
strong. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's people want to be here. Like you said, and like even like with Brent and like the people from out of town who come here and move here and live here, like they fall in love with it. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just a different area. Again, we probably take it for granted being here, growing up here, thinking it's just home. But when people come here from outside, it's like they love it.
Yeah.
It's a great spot. It's a
It's-
great place to be. Everybody's good people. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like it's neighborly. It's
Yeah.
like growing up where I did. It's you know, my friends' parents. I'm friendly with. They use
Yeah.
me for work. We golf with my buddies. That like all that stuff. It's
Yep.
like I'm still friends with the kids that I was in second grade with, in high school with,
High school with,
more
yeah.
so than I am with people from college and even my adult life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there's a contacts that I'll never let go of.
Never let
Like,
go
I know
of.
their families. I know their kids. I know their brothers and sisters. They, you know, and vice versa. They know mine.
I think that
It's a unique
is
place
a
for sure.
testament to also like why people do well in the area is, you know, especially being in real estate like you have that tight knit, you know, community of friends and family, especially your family being so big. But, you know, I mean, I've used you multiple times
Mhm.
on business transactions and deals, and you've always been awesome. But it shows that you do a wonderful job, but also in that Delco kind of tight niche, you know, community where like everybody's just reaching out to your friends, family, you know, cousins. I mean, you know, a big portion of like, you know, my wife's family, like always, you know, referred you guys to work and you know, so I feel like that's what makes Delco as well. You do a good job, you're going to get that return,
Yeah.
residual, you know, referrals from everybody that you know.
Delco's a very loyal community.
A very
For
loyal
sure.
community. And I feel like it's crazy going back on like our area. Like, I don't think a lot of people understand like how many rich people, like very wealthy people, live and rest their head in our local, you know,
Oh,
tri-state area.
Yeah.
I mean, some of like the heaviest hitters that I'm like, holy shit, they actually have a house here. It's like crazy.
Crazy.
People worth, you know, $800 to $1 billion are still living in our backyards.
Oh, hey, you go to the main line. It's
The main lines is unreal. It's
Unreal.
like some of these people we're doing work for, we have to sign like a non-disclosure
non-disclosure, NDA,
on you know who we're doing work for at their houses, which is just insane. And their houses are unreal. But yeah, I mean, it just shows that this is a great area to live in.
Mhm.
And I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad to run a business in this area, but I don't think I could do it in any other area. Like I don't see myself living or building a book of business in other areas. I just don't know how. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
and it's possible, but
certainly be hard to get started. But yeah, this, like I said, it's one of those things where, you know, it's got its quirks and, you know, here and there, but home's
Yeah,
home, man. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It's
home
just
is home, for
there's
sure.
nowhere else
I
you'd
love
rather
going
be.
away and getting out, but I also love coming
Love
back.
coming
like,
back,
dude,
man.
gotta stop in, grab a cheesesteak on
Yeah.
the way back home
Yeah,
because
you-
it's like you miss the bread, you miss the
The food,
The
the
food.
people,
Yeah.
like you said, the convenient locations. Everything in the area is great. We have some of the best golf courses, in the country.
Golfing's
Just
unreal
everything.
here,
The
yeah.
colleges, it's awesome. We got Wawa.
Yeah.
Wawa's known all over the country now.
Love Wawa.
Free coffee today.
Yeah. Oh, is it today?
Yeah, because the owner passed away.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
they had
that's
a
a
sign on
shame.
there.
Shout out to the Wawa owner. He's right in our backyard too. I mean, Wawa Road's right up the street
Right up the
from here. You know?
Best convenience store in the country.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, I think they charged me for coffee this morning.
You gotta go back. Get your
Gotta go back and
$2.20.
grab my receipt. Some questions jumping in on like the real estate side of things. What do you think separates a great agent from like an average agent? And like, I'll let you answer that question first, but I have another one to follow up on that.
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, like my thing, communication, I think is key in anything, any type of sales or any type of job. Communication's key, man. You know what I mean? You can always ask somebody for help on like the minute details of it, like paperwork or, what's the process or this and that. Anybody can kind of learn that and figure that out, but you have to be a good communicator, not only to your clients, but to the other agent. You know what I mean? Like your clients are relying on you to sell, not just like the number on the paper and their terms of the contract, but sometimes you got to sell them as a family. You don't know what the seller's looking for, especially if you're the buyer. Like when I have a buyer, I pick up the phone. I call, they're interested in a property. I pick up the phone. I call the agent. Just introduce myself. Went through. We have some interest. So in settlement date, they can only give you so much information. But I try to get all of the information that they're willing and allowed to give me prior to putting anything on paper. Sometimes it's a person who's owned the house for 50 years and raised their kids there and their grandkids there, and they want to see it go to a family. And if you're not letting them know the details of like your clients, you may not get it, even though you may have had the best offer. Like not number and stuff is obviously usually the most important thing, but sometimes it's other stuff too. So I kind of try to oversell, over communicate to the other agents, everybody involved, my clients. Here's what's going on. There's so many moving parts in a real estate transaction that people don't realize, from mortgages, title, insurance, townships, inspectors, the clients, the other agent. So it's the communication is key, and the text is great. Emails are great and obviously convenient, but sometimes stuff can get lost in translation, or, something came across that wasn't meant to be a certain way, that somebody took it a certain way. So I like the phone. I'd rather pick up and call you and talk to you.
Call you and talk to you too. Sometimes emails and text can come off a little,
a little wonky.
Upfront,
Yeah, exactly. You're not sure what's going on, or you've read it the wrong way, or they left something out. You know what I mean? So communication is like the number one thing, I think.
I love that you brought up the fact that it's kind of not about price to some people, because my property, my house that I live in, and you helped me with that deal. But the guy that was selling me the property, he's like, I basically knocked on the door.
Yeah.
I was hunting on the property next door. I called you. I'm like, dude, I want this property right away. And you're like, dude, just go up and like kind of knock on the door and ask them if they're selling. And they were selling and they were under contract. And I'm like, shit. I was kind of bummed, because I'm like, damn,
that lot.
I'm like, I want this lot. It's perfect. It's immediate. So I wanted to be immediate. My wife wanted to be in Broomall with her family.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't want to move away from Broomall. I'm like, I want a property in Glen Mills. I want acreage. I want land. And I knocked on the door. The little old lady came to the door with her son. And when I say little old lady, she was 93, I think, at the time.
Yeah, she was there for a while.
She was there forever, and they owned the house forever. And I'm like, you know what? I saw like, everyone's like, why are you buying this shithole? Like, I looked at it and I saw the bones of this house, and I'm like, the bones are perfect. Like the foundation, the 10-foot ceilings in the basement. I'm like, this is great. But going back on it, the guy, Fred, the son, he was like, I don't want this going to somebody who's a builder, or I don't want this going to somebody who's like an investor. He's like, I would love to sell you the house, but I'm kind of stuck because my mom already committed to somebody who I think they weren't in love with, because he was an investor. And they were like, but they were the only one to offer, I guess, at the time, because it wasn't, I don't think it was listed on a MSL or anything.
No, it wasn't on the MLS, I don't think.
Or MLS, my bad.
It's all right.
And the guy's like, look, give me your information and I'll call you if the deal falls through.
Mhm.
I think 2 weeks later, the guy calls me and I saw it was from Fred Miller. I'm like, holy shit, why is he calling me? Maybe the deal fell through. He calls me and says, Jim, and I'll never forget it. Do you still want this house? He's like, the deal fell through.
Mhm.
And I'm like, damn, like what happened? Like, he's like, well, we had an offer for 265 and the guy, a couple days before closing said, all I'm willing to offer you now is 250. And the guy's like, I know how much this house is worth. My mom's not going to take a hit on this house.
Mhm.
She knows how much the property's worth, the house is worth. I told you before, we're not going to take $1 less. He's like, if you want this house, he's like, come in at 265, not $1 less, and the house is yours. So I'm like, done, deal. They waited 4 months for me to get my paperwork in order.
Yeah.
In order for this deal to happen.
Because we sold your other house.
Yeah,
Remember
sold
that?
my
Yeah.
other house. Yeah, we had to wait for my other house to sell.
Mhm.
I had to line up the ducks in the row and I had to get the finances approved.
Yep.
At that point, that was almost going back 11 years ago.
You say that price, people were like, where was this house at?
Yeah, exactly.
Those prices are long gone.
11 years ago, I got 3.8 acres in media for
Unheard of.
$265.
Yep.
You cannot find that anywhere now. Even in media, like you can't even find a half acre in media with a rundown house for that price. And I lucked out on that property. So thankful to Fred
I would
Miller.
have to push back. I don't think you lucked out on it. You went up, knocked on the door. You know what I mean? Like, you
yeah,
put a little
I
effort
guess.
into it. It's,
I put a little effort into it.
I mean, obviously the other one falling apart and whatnot. They kind of went with their gut. They said they don't want to sell to an investor, and he tried to start playing games or shade whoever it was. And it worked out. That's why I tell people too. Like, even when my clients, like multiple offer situations or whatnot, they're like, oh well, it's multiple offers and we don't want to waste your time or we don't want to waste our time throwing in an offer that's not going to get accepted. And I always tell them, like, look, it's barring you being like a crazy number on, under asking or like below asking or something that's just so that I even think so ridiculous. Being a representative, it's always worth it. You know what I mean? It's if as long as we have all your stuff in order and your paperwork and your pre-approval and all that stuff, it's not very hard for us, especially the way our team operates. Our team operates like a family business. So we're a team. We're all individual agents, but it's like a family office. Like, we help each other out. Whenever it's needed. Everybody has kids, so like showings, paperwork. Like, if something's needed for our team, like, we all want to grow together. We all want to grow this thing organically. So like, somebody will step in and help out. So I let everybody know, like, you're not just getting me when you sign up with us. You're getting our entire team.
Yep.
Like, if I'm not available for showings,
someone else is.
We'll get you in the door.
Yeah.
Right. Especially in this market. It's like something lists today, you got to go look at it.
Yeah.
Because that one might go and then another one pops up in the same neighborhood on Wednesday. It's like, it's just crazy market. But I tell people, I'm like, just put your offer in because you never know. Like, I've had people who made offers, they lost it because they got a higher number.
Yep.
3 or 4 days later, I get a phone call and it's like, hey, the other people bailed. Are your clients still interested at their original offer price? And now, now those people are sitting on $250,000 in equity because they bought it right before.
Yeah, I mean, I am so thankful that I went up and knocked on that door. I mean, I can't see myself living in any other house, which sounds weird. And I
put a lot of work into
I put a lot of work into that house. I mean, you saw the day
from day one
till today. And I put a lot of money into that house. I put a lot of work and sweat and tears into that house. I mean, we, had 3 kids in that house.
It's crazy.
We've raised our other kids in that house. I broke my leg in the backyard like an idiot. But I love that house. I can't see myself living anywhere else. Like, I don't even know where we would be at this point. Right. Now. I'm sure we'd be in still have a nice house, but I'd have a lot more neighbors, or I'd be in a smaller lot size, and just the things I was able to do over there and the equity I'm able to was able to gain on that property is just unreal too. Like,
utilize that for anything else.
I mean, Christ, I took out one loan against the equity in 2000. I want to say it was 2020. I want to say maybe 19. I only owe $460,000 on the house. it's probably close to $2 million now, I want to say. I mean, it appraised for 1.1 when I took out that line 6 years ago.
Right.
On it.
Pre-COVID and all that.
Pre-COVID, all that.
And
So
then you've done more since then, too.
I've done way more since then. The pole barn, the pool house, the pool. So who knows what it'll appraise for now? And I'm just I kind of would love to be debt free on that house at some point. So I'm just paying down on it.
Make an extra payment a year or 2 extra payments a year, and you'll be
exactly.
knocking it down quickly.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's kind of, Tim helped me throughout the transition, and couldn't be happier about the whole process. And I'm glad I found that house, and I'm glad we're in it now. It's just like, came back from the shore on yesterday morning, Sunday morning, and I was just like, I'm glad to be home.
Glad to be home. Like we just said, like it's it's fun. Sometimes like you said, like weather or whatever's going on around Delco, it's
just like right now, it's like going down the shore with all the kids.
When you come home,
a lot.
Man.
It's a lot.
No doubt.
And then we're in the middle of doing our shore house down there, and we're not quite ready to. Well, we won't be ready to move in for a couple months, but sleeping on the in-laws pull out bed in the basement with no bathroom. Like, I have to run upstairs to take a leak. But
there's no place like home. Sure.
I couldn't wait
to
come
home to your
home.
own spaces. There's nothing like, and that's why I tell I do like working with first-time home buyers. A lot of agents, like in this business. I mean, obviously you want to be a listing agent.
Yeah,
that's for business purposes and income, and obviously we work the job to make money. No doubt. But I do love working with first-time buyers, man, because it's one of those things. Like, I just tell them, like,
you're gonna raise a family here.
It's emotional. It's hard work. It is a lot. But there is just nothing like having your own place, man. Like, the pride you can take into it, you can do it. You do what you want. Like, there's just nothing like it. As hard as it is, there's nothing like having your own house.
You helped me on my first house, I believe, on Vernon Street, right? I
helped you sell it.
You helped me sell it. But when I bought
went to your engagement party.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but when I bought that house, it's crazy. Like, first-time buyers, it's like, all right, I gotta save all this money, but it's like, I think I only put $6,000 down on.
Yeah, there's a lot of like programs for first-time buyers and all that. Again, the market's kind of been a little bit different.
I mean, now it's probably changed
than it was. Yeah,
that was going back 16 or 17 years ago. I think I lived in that house for 2 years.
13 or something like that. Or,
So, I only put $6,000 down. I probably put $20,000 into the house when I lived there I only lived there for like 15 or 16 months, maybe 2 years.
You made a little money on it.
I made like $48,000
that
on the
house. Has sold since then.
Wish I would have kept it.
Did you see the price they got?
It sold since then, and I think I sold it for $265. I bought it for $185. I think, or actually maybe a little under $185. I think it just sold for over $400.
Over $400.
That's unreal.
Yeah. I actually showed it to clients of mine.
Did you?
Yeah.
How did it look? Did it look the same kind of inside?
Kind of looked the same. Yeah. I mean, obviously it was a girl that lived there, and it was like, really decorated, and it showed well. Obviously the backyard, you did the fence and all that. That parking spot out back was huge.
Yeah.
That
backs right up to the alley.
Backs right up to the alley. Parking media is tough. But yeah, it looked the same. The basement, you couldn't do much with the basement there.
Couldn't do nothing with it. We dug out the basement, I think, 2 foot just to get more head clearance in there.
Unfortunately, my client was like 6'4" and couldn't fit in the second floor, so it didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work out. Yeah. So that that house was weird because like it was freshly kind of renovated. Somebody did a flip in there that did a horrible job, and I could. I only lived there for less than 2 years, so I was like, whatever. But laying in bed at night, I literally would lay in bed, and on a bad storm, you could feel the whole house sway. And I'm like, wait, is this like the bed moving, or is this like what's going on here? And I was like laying there, and you could just feel the whole house swaying back and forth. So the whole house was 3 stories. But
those houses are old, man.
But it was only, I think, from wall to inside. The inside wall was only 15 foot, so it was skinny and narrow.
Yeah, yep.
So I guess that's why.
And the stairs came right down the center. The stairs were pitched so crazy.
Stairs are on a massive angle. Yeah. But I mean, that just goes to show you what the real estate market has done in the last 15 or 14 years. Unreal.
I've been licensed for
almost double. I think she probably made out like a bandit. She only paid $226 for the house, or $2 something for the house when she bought it from me, and she sold it for probably close to $4. So she probably made out like a bandit.
Yeah, man. Real estate which is again, talking with first time buyers, it's
Yeah.
our parents were buying houses for $80,000. You know what
I
I mean?
know,
Now they're
nuts.
selling for 800 million. It's
Down
like
the shore too.
oh, Shore's
Yeah,
great. Shore's a
the
different
Shore's
breed
killing
ball
it.
game.
I wish I bought down there when people were telling me to buy, but I just kind of wasn't ready. I wanted
Yeah,
to do my
same.
house back
Exactly.
home first.
Yeah, you got money here, money there, stretch.
Yeah, but my buddy TJ, TJ Warner, he bought a house down
Seattle?
the shore, right in Seattle, on the bay. I think he paid a little under $1 million for that house, and it's now
About
over
2
two.
million.
Yeah, it's over two.
Yeah.
I mean, his neighbor's house just sold for I think 2.2
Mhm.
last year, and he's like, buy it right next to me, buy it. And I'm like, you know what? I'd love to buy it, but I just don't justify spending what at the at the time the mortgage probably would have been $11,000 a month. I'm only down there for 17 weekends out of the year, so it's just like crazy to spend that much amount of money on a
gotta
house
look
you're
at-
only going to
yep.
use. I
Yeah,
mean, if it was
I mean-
my forever home, probably I would have bought it. But
Yeah,
I'm
different
not
story.
living. Yeah, not living down the
It's
shore.
yeah, and I think all things are relative to
Yeah.
it. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the people who bought at the right time and hit home runs, you know what I mean? They can look like the greatest real estate investor ever.
Yeah.
But nobody saw what was what was
nobody
coming with these
saw
values
that,
that quickly. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Over time, like if you look at the statistics of real estate and all that, like over decades,
Yeah,
obviously you can see the
the
steady
trend,
climb.
steady climb.
Like the COVID
Era.
era was just, I mean, it is a straight
Unreal.
line up
Yeah.
in our area and the Jersey Shore, dude. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's
Do you think it's ever going to come back down? Like, it's probably plateaued a little bit, but do you think real estate is ever going to really take that hard hit as if it did the climb?
like in 2008 and all that stuff?
I hope not, for your sake.
Yeah,
but
no.
like something's bound to happen, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean-
will it drop? And if it does drop, some of the rich people are probably going to start buying up everything that's available. I feel like there is nothing available anyway. I look on LoopNet
very, very
and
few
Zillow all the time.
inventory. Yeah, very few houses available for inventory and all that. It's definitely light inventory. It's one of, like, again, supply and demand's obviously part of
Yeah.
business and all that stuff. It's one of those things where it's like, who's to say, like
Yeah.
when it's going to happen or whatever. You can guess all. It's like stock, you can guess all you want or pay somebody a ton of money to be like telling you when to get in and when to get out and
Yeah.
all that stuff. I don't know that. Like, I don't think our prices in our area are ever going to go back to, the prices they were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if there was a crash and I don't think it's going to cut
Drop
these
that
values
much,
in half.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you were saying, somebody doubled their money and all that. I don't think it's going to be anything like that. I'm sure there'll be something that happens where it's a little bit of a decline, whether it's value or, and again, anything can happen if rates come down, like that'll probably make more buyers jumping back into the market.
Yeah.
Then it's just harder to buy a house because there's like a lot of time now, the rates being so high, the economy being where it is, some buyers
Yeah.
kind of got fed up with what was going on and kind of took a step back. We're going to kind of reevaluate, save some more money, yada,
Yep.
yada, yada. The rates come down again. All those people are jumping back in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then hopefully at that point, at least some sellers who were locked, like everybody refied during the COVID and got low rates. So like they're not dumping their houses to go from a 3 to a 6.5%, 7% interest rate. It's just
Yeah,
not going to
they're
happen.
just
A lot of
not
people
gonna
put
do it.
additions on their houses because they could borrow money so
Yeah.
cheap. So like I don't think but if the rates do come down again, then hopefully you get the sellers that are like, all right, I'll move because I can lock in, at a
Yeah.
4. I'm okay going from a 3 to a 4 or 3 to a
Yep.
5. So you may get a little bit more inventory then. But I don't think there's going to be like a huge price crash where
Yeah.
all of a sudden, like people who are like, I'll never pay $500,000 for a house in Springfield are going to get one for, in
There's
what's
just
a
gonna be nowhere
$500,000
to go.
neighborhood now
Yeah.
it's not going to go down to 250,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was the problem with COVID. Like, everyone was trying to like get their house ready and then list it and like thinking that they were going to be able to go find something somewing else. But like,
First
realistically,
thing I say to sellers,
yeah,
yep.
where are you going to go?
Yeah.
And
Anytime
where-
I go on a listing,
unless you're
appointment,
moving out of state, like it's very tough to find a house.
it's
anywhere.
very, very hard.
Yeah.
And once as a seller, once you sign that paperwork to sell the house, like you don't have a contingency to get
yeah.
out. Yeah. The
Yeah.
buyer can do their thing but you can't call the buyer and say, I changed my mind. I want
Yeah.
to get out. Like you sign that paperwork, you're settling
Yeah.
on that date, barring anything, anything from the buyer side happening
Yep.
or whatnot. So first thing I say to sellers is, one, what's your motivation for selling? Two, what's your plan? Because if we put this up and it sells,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're taking
You're kind
it.
of locked in.
Yeah,
You have to take
you're out.
it. Yeah.
You're out on settlement day. So can you go with your parents? Do you have to sell this to buy something? Like, do you need the funds from this to buy something? If they say yes, then then it's a little. There's a lot of strategy that goes into both buyers and sellers right now. And there's a ton of good agents in our area. A lot that I've worked with, a lot that I work like in the office with, a lot that I've worked cooperating agent on the other side. So everybody's pretty good about it. And with technology today and the internet and social media, the buyers and sellers, they're educated on the process now too, and the details. And sometimes that gets a little bit hairy or crazy because they think they know everything, which some do, but then
Some
it's
don't, some
but
do.
for the most part, everybody's like pretty well educated in it. So it's like, it makes my job a little bit easier. And then you run into people that think they know everything. And it's like, a little bit harder to try to.
I run into those people all the time as well. Every line of
personalities
business, it's like,
every line of business, I guess.
hey, I know how to do this. Okay, well, is this what you do for a living? No.
Right.
So how do you know how to do it better than me? ChatGPT
You get people
or
saying
Google?
they're going to sell their house themselves, and I don't like get mad at anybody or whatever.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'll go out, pitch it. I know I'll do a good job for you. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to say I'm not competitive, because I am competitive, but I'm not like I don't get angry at somebody, not wanting to use me or thinking they know more or whatnot. You know what I mean? I just kind of go about my business, and here's who I am. Here's what I'll do for you, and
You're a stand-up dude.
Feel free to call my people if you have any questions, and I would love to work with you. At the same time, I'm kind of at the point too in my career where, like in the beginning, before I had kids and I had way more time on my hands, I would take anything. I just love the business. Somebody had a rental, I'll take it. Somebody wanted to find something to rent, let's go. I'll show you 50 rentals. You know what I mean? For $1,200 or whatever it is. Like, but now it's like at the point where I'm experienced enough. I've met a lot of good people who I've like relied on, like more veteran agents, to kind of pick their brains and kind of how do you handle this situation or that situation. Like I'm at the point now where I've like, if I get a feel that somebody's not going to be a good fit for me, like as a client, like I'm not going to.
You're not going to waste your time.
I've said it to people. Like I think we're on two different pages here. I don't think I'll be the best fit for you. Best of luck with everything. Obviously, I think if it's a listing, I think it's a nice house. If you do list it, and I have a buyer, I'll show it. Like I'm never like that. But I don't never take anything personally. I hope nobody ever takes anything personally from me. Like I've made mistakes, and I just try to own up to them and call it what it is. Like I made a mistake. I'd rather me make a mistake than somebody on our team make a mistake. I know how I can handle a mistake, or how a mistake's going to affect me. And sometimes an agent, I don't know how a mistake will affect somebody else. So I'd rather take the lumps myself, figure it out, handle it, square up with whoever I got to square up with, and then use that as like a learning experience for myself and a teaching experience for our agents. So, this business, nothing's personal. Everything's business. I tell all my clients that. They're obviously it's people looking for a house or selling a house that they've lived in for 50 years. There's a ton of emotions that go into it. That's why some people prefer commercial real estate as opposed to residential real estate, or prefer dealing with investors as opposed to dealing with like home buyers, home sellers, first-time buyers, because the emotions can get crazy. We kind of got to manage that for them. That's why I think the first meeting in person, I'd rather do it in person than over like a Zoom or over the phone. Any referrals that I get, can we meet wherever it be, office, lunch, coffee, whatever. I just want to meet you in person and just kind of lay out what to expect. Whether you use me or not, here's what to expect in this market. Keep your emotions in check as best you can. I'm not going to lie to you. It is emotional. You're probably going to get emotional, but like, you're buying a house. You're not buying anything that you can return.
Yeah, you're going to live there.
You're going to live there. You're going to deal with whatever problems come with it, whatever expenses come with it. It's the biggest thing you're ever going to do in your life. Let's do it right and make sure that, all our I's are dotted, T's are crossed. And again, not to say that I haven't made mistakes, but when they happen, you meet them face on and kind of go from there and make sure that you handle it. Like, that's what Brent and I told her.
And just, everyone makes mistakes. I mean, that's part of being human. Nobody's perfect, and that we make mistakes all the time.
It's going to happen again.
But we're here to correct them.
Exactly.
We're not running away from our problems.
Don't let them linger, man.
Yeah, don't let them linger either.
As soon as it happens and you realize it, and figure out what the issue was, admit it if it was you or whatever. Yeah. And just kind of figure out how to handle it.
Tackle it right away.
Make good on it, and then teach somebody that
teach somebody
care
what
about that
happened
doesn't
and,
happen. Exactly.
and try not to let it happen
Try
again.
not to let it happen again. Do your best.
That being said, like coming from, you've been doing this forever. I mean, how many years?
So just about 12. The end of this year will be like 13 years since
Okay.
I've been licensed. Yeah, I got licensed in December of 2013.
Yeah.
I didn't do my first deal till like October of
Okay.
2014. Took me a
So
while to
that
get my
being
first
said,
deal.
with the shortage in homes and a lot of people jumping in after COVID, becoming real estate agents, do you find it harder to do your job and make the type of money that you used to make? Has things slowed down a little bit? I feel like there's so many real estate agents out there, and it's like, all right, are you still on par with making the amount of you made, when you started? And B, is since there's not that much inventory, do you feel like, you're seeing a lot more agents kind of jump into being, or people jump into being agents nowadays?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen like during COVID and all that, and obviously with all the shows on
Mhm.
and everything, like there was definitely an uptick in
Like there's
licensed
not
agents.
to cut you off, but like
Not at all.
there's less inventory but more agents.
No
So
doubt.
is it harder to do your job in a sense?
Yeah, and the light inventory is definitely makes it harder for
Harder, yeah.
harder for agents, and you do like people want to like when I got into it, it was like I think I'll like it, I think I'll be good at it, I want to do it. I was like trying to invest myself and running numbers. I was like, why don't I just get my license and keep the commission? So
Mhm.
then some of these properties would make sense for me that I've said no to in the
Yeah.
past. And then I do a deal for a client that I've met, and I was like, man, I love this. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like they were so happy.
That's rewarding.
It was
Yeah.
rewarding, man. There's nothing like it. So I do love the business. Like some people say, oh, there's too many people in our business. We needed to weed out. Like I'll welcome a crash so people can get out. I'm like, everybody's got to start somewhere. Like when I first started, there was people who were like, yeah, you don't have any experience. Like, I get it, but like you started your job somewhere and you didn't have experience. All you need
Yeah.
is that one. So like people call me. I've had clients that I was literally, had a contract with, and they're like, or we're like lining up for a contract with me, and they're like, hey, my cousin got their or
Yeah.
whoever, and I say, no problem. Obviously, use them if you want to. You know what I mean? Like I know I'll still do a great job for you, but like I said earlier, I don't argue with people or fight with people. Like I wish I had that opportunity. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you always want that first one.
Yep.
So like people get angry about it, say it's flooded, or there's too many people in the market. It's one of those things where, yeah, I think it's more the market than the amount of agents that are in it is why some numbers are down or some numbers are up. Obviously, the values of the price of the houses are up, so like our commissions are higher because it's
Okay.
always based on
It's
a
always
percentage.
based on a
Right.
percentage.
So,
So
that's
it's not
kind
like
of
you're losing out. On
that's
a
kind of a
rental.
balancing. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And again, you get out of it what you put into it, dude. Like it's a
Yeah. How much homework are you going to
exactly.
do at
Like
night?
Keller Williams
Yeah.
isn't advertising for me. I'm Tim Di Bernardino of Realtor.
Advertising,
Yeah, I'm a
yeah.
subcontractor. Like it's on me to find business, and I try to tell my agents that all the time. And everybody's getting better with it. I got to get better with it. To like before, like I said, I'll be in front of people. I love being in front of people. I'll talk to people. I would love for you to use me and be cool and cordial and all that. It is hard to
Sure.
get that business. Like you don't get paid till the deal's done. So I think it's less about how many agents are in the business and more about the opportunities that are out there.
Yeah.
And I like you start focusing on how many people are in the business, you're not gonna pick up the business.
Yeah.
Like you can't dwell on that stuff. You still got to go out and get it, find it. Like the agents that are doing it, like they're finding it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can sit there and scroll Instagram all day, and I follow a bunch of local agents. Like, what am I going to get upset that they're getting a deal? No,
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to them and say, hey,
Say how you.
yeah,
how you-
do you mind grabbing coffee with me? Like, go to somebody who's done it,
Yeah.
sit down with them. Can you show me what you do or how you do it or how you go about it? Or I'm at this spot when you were here. What do you wish you did differently? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Just meet the agents that are doing it. But yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
I mean, I
marketing
went on a rant
yourself
there, but
instead of
marketing
your
yourself.
product, right? So I see
yeah,
a
I
lot.
don't have a product. I don't have
Yeah.
inventory. Like
You
I
don't
don't
have
have to keep
inventory, yeah.
inventory or keep changing. Like it's one of those things. I have to follow the market. I have to stay in front of the people that I'm already connected to, which I have to get better with. Like
Yeah.
follow, you know what I mean? Follow up and all that.
Follow-ups,
Right.
yeah.
Even just random touches. Stopping by their house.
Yeah.
Like I'm a services industry. I need to service my clients.
Clients.
Yeah, even people that aren't even clients yet. You know what I mean? Like I was referred to somebody. Stay in touch with them. Stay in front of them. You just got to be top of mind when people
Yeah.
are thinking about actually pulling the trigger
Yeah.
to sell.
I
or
see a
buy.
lot of agents now taking advantage of the social media stuff.
Mhm.
And I saw one of your
I
videos.
started paying somebody. Man, I'm so bad with it. That
Dude, but you got to do it.
You have to do
nowadays.
it. It's
You
one of
have
those
to.
things that it's like, and again, I'm on social media too. It's like one
Yeah.
of those things, like they hammered home, like you're using this to look at other people doing what you want to be doing.
Yeah.
Like, so go
Go do
use
it.
it and
Yeah.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I finally like wrapped my head around that. Again, she's great. The girl that helps me, she understands like the back end of seeing engagement, what time to post.
Yep.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, there's
what
a
hashtags to
method
use.
to it.
There's a
man.
method to
There's
it, no doubt,
such a
that I
method.
don't know or understand or am tech savvy enough or even have the time to get into. I'm the guy that's like, I would be the guy taking, pictures with a bunch of people and then, going into Instagram and bringing it up and thinking about what to post
Yeah.
underneath the picture and then being like, I'll come back to it.
Yep.
And then never
Never
posting
come
it.
back
So I'm
to
like
it,
wasting
yeah.
all this time. So she's been great with that. She always hits me up like, yo, I need more.
Yeah.
I need more. And I got to start giving her
You
more
gotta
content.
give her more, bro.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know if you're nervous to be on camera, and I was.
I
for
seen
sure.
the commercial with you and Brent, man. That was terrible.
I know.
Definitely some
dude.
nerves there.
I know. It was.
I told you I was going to bust it.
Yeah. Like that was like one of the first times I was ever on camera. So
Excuse
it was, especially shooting a video, and thankfully Brent did that for me, and I could never thank him enough. It has a lot of views to this day. I think though, for your side of things, Brent is like you're the face of the company too, right? So like for you,
Excuse me, sorry.
yeah, no problem. For you,
Put
I
down
feel
one
like
point.
you need to get Brent on camera a lot more and push it that way, because a lot of people that are doing this may have like a famous person, or some people that are trying may have like a famous person they're interviewing, or like they're just on camera a lot more. And if you get Brent on there to do some of your advertising, who knows where it'll go. I know he's not allowed to put out that he wasn't a football player for so and so, right?
Yeah, I don't
To an
know.
extent.
I'm sure I don't know what goes into like trademarking or whatever with that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's one of the, and again, we tell not just Brent. Excuse me, sorry. Sip that water. Yeah, just more about like putting everybody out there. You know what I mean? Like we're a local team. It's not just Brent or myself. There's 15 agents on our team. That's why I said we're
Yeah.
kind of like a one-stop shop. And in our building too, you were asking about like title. Like Brent bought this building in Media. It's a 2-story building in downtown Media, right across from the police station. It's
Awesome
a great,
building.
It's an awesome building. It's a great location. He renovated it, made it great. Kind of did like shared common space on both floors and then boutique offices on the outside. And he kind of had the idea of making it like a real estate hub. So he wanted, like businesses from real estate. So it is like a one-stop shop, which
Yeah.
also has like helped my business too, because we have title, we have a mortgage guy, we have insurance guys and girls and attorneys and property
if you're
management.
there working at the office
Right.
and someone has a question, you run to the next
Exactly.
office and ask them like, "Hey, how does this work?" If you
How does it
you
work?
might not
And
know.
they're all separate businesses, so it's
Yeah.
not like we have to worry about managing
Yeah.
18 different businesses. They run their businesses. We knock on the door or hit them up. Hey, you got a minute?
It's
or
a fun environment to be in.
fun
Don't you have like a
environment.
pool table and
Yeah,
like a little
yeah,
conference
it's cool.
room?
You don't
That's
mind
awesome.
going there every day.
Yeah.
But the referral sense of it, the knowledge sense of it, the information, just the help on so many different parts of my business, but like personally your life. There's an estate attorney in there, you know what I mean, that I've referred to people who, aren't even using me for real estate. It's like, hey, this guy's awesome. If you need estate
Yep.
docs, my cousin got married, all that stuff. So like having that stuff, that's something that like I should advertise on my social media.
You
Do you know
should,
what I mean?
dude.
Like have
You
the girl
should.
come and shoot
Yeah.
me throughout there.
You need Brent on there.
Yeah, exactly. He's got to get a little better acting, but
Yeah.
but that is the
He's
social
a pretty
media
good
thing stuff.
speaker, but yeah,
Very good, yeah.
I think like just
Once
outside
that camera
looking in-
turns on, though, dude, it's a different ballgame.
I know
for
it
sure.
is. But like I think outside looking in, it's like, hey, he's, like I feel like that's how like my cousins, the Piazzas, did well with their dealerships. Like their dad, basically had a son who played in the professional
yeah.
baseball, right? So they were able to like, hey, people want to spend money and go buy cars because they think they're going to run into Mike,
Yeah.
sitting in the conference room. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But like, I feel like that was like kind of a leg up to getting to owning 38, 40 locations,
Yeah.
right? So on the back end, like that would be great for you to definitely shoot a video with Brent and like, hey, get your his name out there a little bit more, get your name out there a little bit
Yeah,
more,
for sure.
and make it fun too. I ask everybody this, but how do you think AI is changing your business? Is it helping? Is it hurting?
Man, I get emails and advertisements and everything from it. I said it earlier. I'm not the most like technologically advanced. It's obviously it's going that way. Like you see all these company, everything, and probably not just obviously. I shouldn't say probably not just our business, but everything.
Every business.
I don't understand the majority of AI or whatnot, but it sounds like it's going to be a huge factor for sure. There's so many different companies that are in it and developing it and doing all this. So it's one of those things where it'll be a big factor for sure. Nowadays, we grew up with Google, you know what I mean? Searching on Google, 3-bed.
Google's great, still
Google's,
is great,
yeah.
but AI is better.
Right. A lot of these younger buyers are, running their searches through AI. So I've like sat in on classes, whether they're on, mostly on the computer from like these different real estate people on how to use AI for, contact management, how to use AI for organization purposes,
follow up
follow-up
emails, stuff like that.
anything,
where you can just program. Yeah,
exactly. And then also like your listing write up. Like most younger buyers, younger than me, are instead of going to Google, they're going to ChatGPT and typing in like how they're wording it into ChatGPT is different than how they would have worded it in Google. So these coaches are teaching you like different ways of how to utilize AI to do your listing write up to make sure that it populates in a AI search as opposed to a Google search and all that stuff. So it's one of those things that we always kind of got to be learning on the fly and figuring it out and implementing it. And otherwise you probably slow down a bit. Again, the best part about our business is it is a people business.
Sure.
Like AI is
I
great.
can't take that away.
No
from
doubt.
it,
AI is great for sure. But it's a people business, man. If I'm not in front of people or I'm not talking to people or you don't have great clients like you or my other clients who are throwing my name out there or, hearing somebody wants to buy or sell and they're not thinking of me to use, like, then I'm not doing my job.
Yeah.
Like my more than AI at all is like my connections to people.
Yeah. I love it, but I feel like at one point AI is going to be so common to us where like people are going to be like, that's just AI. That's just AI. You know what I mean? Like it's great for those little things that people need.
Yeah, the little mundane tasks. I'm okay with it, but like
I still want people to pick up the phone and call me instead of just like sending me a million emails. It's like, let's just talk this out instead of emailing this out. Let's talk this out instead of texting it out. And then, some of the responses, you can tell they're AI responses. It's like, now I got to respond to an AI email with an AI email because
let them start
I'm not going to sit there and type an AI response. So I have to respond in AI, right? So like sometimes like it hurts, sometimes it's great. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I watch a lot of podcasts like Mike Rowe, 30 Jobs, Mike Rowe. I watched his podcast with Sean Ryan, and that was like one of the best podcasts I probably ever watched so far.
I love the Sean Ryan show.
I love Sean Ryan. He's great. I bring him up multiple times on this podcast, but like about watching him in the Candace Owens, like who ever thought that I would enjoy the Candace Owens podcast, and it was enjoyable to watch. She's freaking awesome. He's freaking awesome as far as the questions that he was asking and she was answering. But like going back on the Mike Rowe podcast, it's like he talks about the infrastructure for AI, and like in like 10 years from now, who knows if anybody's even going to be entertaining to go get a job to be an electrician.
Right.
And he's like, dude, that's where I would be at. He's like, if I started any other business nowadays, he's like, that's where I would be in the electrician field, because with all the data centers that they have to put in to handle the volume of where AI is going, he's like, there's not going to be enough data centers.
Yep. Trades in general, man.
Trades in general.
There's always, with college becoming so popular from 70s, 80s, you know what I mean? There's been such an uptick in education and people going to get degrees. the trades were kind of down for a bit there. You always hear about labor shortages and all that.
Yeah.
But now, man, it's like
It's
you
nuts.
can't find enough good, even in my
You
business,
can't.
for referring people. It's
Yeah.
like you guys. Like I'll refer you guys for obviously
Yeah,
pools
thank
now.
you.
Yep,
Thank you.
pools and hardscaping, and now you're some carpentry stuff that you guys do. And I try to have minimum of three people for every referral. I guess I could say category
Yeah.
that I'm thinking about. Like it's one of those things. And like I'm not just referring somebody because I know them. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm referring somebody that I've seen what they've done.
Trust it in
Trust
their work
them,
and their
right?
business.
Because then it's my name's connected to it and all that. And that's how I kind of try to operate my
Yeah.
business. Is like I don't want you referring me, and then I'm dropping the ball on the person you
Yeah.
referred, because then it looks bad on you. So and then no referrals come back.
Yeah.
So I always try to give at least multiple names and contact info for different needs, and the way to go. Yeah, I mean the trades are.
There's statistics, and Mike Rowe kind of listed them, and I might be off a little bit because I'm like, I hear something and then it's hard for me to remember it
Yeah.
sometimes, but it's like for every 25 electricians that are retiring, there's only one new one kind of taking the place. So like, you do the math, 10 years from now, like it's going to be a
Crazy,
dying
man.
trade.
No
And
doubt.
I feel like that's with kind of every line of business
Mhm.
coming in. But they were also talking about like, this country is a great country, and it's a free country, and people that are coming over here. But like, even John Ryan was talking about it. He's like, dude, it took me forever to build my studio. That's what he said. He's
Mhm.
like, because, and fortunately, when he did build his first studio, I think he went across the street and asked some guy that was working on another property, hey, can you come over and do some work on my studio? And now the guy's running 5 crews, and this is a Spanish guy
Yeah.
or whatever. But he's like, it was so hard for me to find somebody. I just ended up asking this guy. The work that I gave him he's just a hard worker. He worked from sun up to sundown. Like, he's got something to prove in this country. It's
Mhm.
like, some of these people in this country are just so freaking lazy. It's like, you need to just get up and go freaking do it. Like, you just got to get up and kill it every single day.
Work and life is hard. You know what I mean?
It's hard, yeah.
I've-
But nobody wants to do the trades anymore. Nobody wants to
that's
just
true.
swing a
Right.
hammer. Like,
yeah, outside. I mean, the heat that's been out here, like sweating, like
It's
you
tough.
guys and landscapers
Yeah.
and all that. And I respect the contractors, the blue collar guys and girls, and all that stuff. More than because it is not easy. Like I've done a little
It's
bit
tough.
of it, nowhere near what you guys do or my buddies do. And same thing. It's like especially if you're. Like when you started, or my buddy who's a contractor started, he was a one man shop. Like he has to go find the work, bid the work,
do the work.
do the work, pick up the material, go back, finish the
Billing,
work,
Yeah.
bill the work. If somebody doesn't pay on time, he's got to follow up with them. When he's home and he has kids and all that stuff. It's since my kids have been here, man. It is
It's a full-time
what
job on your part.
dude,
Yeah.
What a reality check! How hard it is to like balance work and home.
Yeah.
With
It is
kids,
tough.
dude. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, man!
I
been
did a lot
nuts.
of that with kids, and
Yeah.
my 3 kids from my ex or
Mhm.
whatever, we weren't together, so it was easier for me to like go do that stuff and work till dark.
Mhm.
But then I would still have to go pick them up on the weekends and
Right.
still have to see them,
Yeah.
at once during the week. At some
Mhm.
point, make time for them. But like, I don't know if I could do it if I was like a single mom or a single dad.
Oh, man, the
'Cause,
respect
like-
I tell
And I tell
moms-
Colleen, like, all right, I want you in the office more, but she can't be in the office more because it's going to cost more to pay somebody to watch the
yeah,
kids.
especially
at a
today,
young
man,
age.
how expensive.
I know.
You see some statistics. It's like families are literally working a second job just to cover
Just to cover daycare.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
It's insane.
And it's like, all right, well, it pays for her not to work and just
Mhm.
stay at home. I'm sure you and Tiff are in the same position because
yeah, she still
until they
comes
go
in
to
and works.
school,
Yeah, they
but
go to daycare 3 days a week.
it's more expensive for someone to stay and watch their kids. I mean, we have family members coming over to watch the kids, and by the time I take her out to dinner, it's like a 400 between dinner, getting there,
Babysitter.
watching the kids, babysitter. It's like $400 every time
Mhm.
we want to go out to dinner. It's nuts,
It's crazy, man.
So
Definitely
Uh,
a different time for sure.
it's definitely
like-
a different time.
But that was one of the reality checks.
and
for me, man.
some of the older kids, it's like, oh, you got to babysit tonight. Well, it's like, how much am I getting paid? It's like, nothing.
They're business
No,
people.
and you got to pay them.
Yeah.
But it's like,
That's social media for you, man.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, you see, they can go find business
Yeah.
pages, and which again, like I said, I'm always in there, like scrolling and looking at stuff for
Yeah.
real estate, and looking at other agents, and it's like, I'm watching this. I should be doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
So,
Yeah, man.
but people are getting more business savvy the younger they get
Yeah.
with technology, dude. And again, like we were talking about AI, like who knows where that's going to go, dude.
One more question, and I'm sure some people might want to know, like, how's your golf game? You said your golf game is getting better, dude. you should go try out for the
club championship
here. You did you win the Concord?
Nah,
No?
we lost our match in the Concord
The
Classic.
members?
No, so remember, me and my buddy Kev won 2 years ago.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And then last year we made it to the finals, in like a chip off with 4 other teams, and we ended up losing.
Oh, dude, that
we were the
sucks,
second
but
closest to the
That's
pin.
awesome.
But
You're a hell of a golfer, dude, and I love golfing with you because you kind
Love
of give
it.
me pointers. But remember back in the day, we used to golf with TJ.
yeah,
TJ gave me a hell of a couple pointers, but I was playing a lot more.
Mhm.
I'm terrible now. Like
it's that
I just
bad?
don't get it. I mean,
That's the problem is consistency. You
I
have to
mean,
play a lot.
I shot like a 102 or 103 at Springhaven the other day, but like
I was gonna say, I feel like the first 4
I was
times
having
I played
such a
with you,
great. I was
There's
having
nothing better.
Yeah, the first couple times you play with me,
you chipped in once every round.
dude, I was golfing consistently.
Yeah.
We played sand the
For your bachelor party, you
Yeah,
played
Twisted Dunes.
Twisted Dune. Yeah,
Twisted Dunes. That was the best. Like, I
course it's
felt
great.
good. The greens were awesome. I was excited to go on my bachelor party.
Mm-hmm.
I played amazing.
Mhm.
But like, I don't think I've broken, 80
Yeah.
in probably 5 years. It's just like I don't play enough. I want to get out and play more, but I'm so busy with work, and and it's just like every time
It's
I do
such a-
play,
it's
I
so
end up
long.
drinking. So
Yeah.
it's like
Takes away from the
definitely
good
not
round.
playing
Yeah.
well. But like I felt great starting off at Springhaven the other day. Felt awesome. It was just me and Ant, so my financial advisor. So we were playing pretty well, and next thing you know, back nine comes up, and I just shit the bed. But you got to play. You got to play. You got to swing.
You'll still want to go back
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
I could play
I do.
terrible, and I just want to go
I
back.
still want to go back
Yeah.
out.
I can't wait till my son's old enough to play and get him
Oh,
out there.
dude, get him in.
Yeah,
now.
we bought him clubs. I can't
Yeah.
wait to play with them. But it's I mean, I love it. I'm old now. I can't run as well as I used to or whatever.
So
like
that's the only
so golf
sport,
is
yeah.
golf, and
Yeah.
it's when I do have a chance to play it. I love it. Me and my buddies are back in the member this year, so we'll try to get back on there. But
When's that kickoff?
It's the weekend after Labor Day at Concord.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get our name on the board again.
Yeah,
My
man.
name's on the plaque for sure. I could leave there tomorrow and I'll still be on the
There you
on
go.
the plaque, man.
I need to join somewhere. I've been thinking about it. I just I don't get out and play enough, but if I join somewhere, maybe I will end up playing
I joined
enough. Springhaven, I heard it's great. It's like
yeah, they got a pool and all that stuff there.
yeah, it's amazing over
it's
there.
close by.
But it's pretty cheap.
Yeah, I don't know the numbers there. Like all of them are up now.
I think it's like
obviously. We're
15
talking
grand.
About, yeah, COVID made
And
golf
then
go
it's
crazy.
like you don't have to spend a certain amount, but I think the dues are like $600 a month, I want to say, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or it's fairly cheap. I mean, Anthony Martinelli
a lot
was
of the
telling
places
me.
have waiting lists now. Too.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
they're all waiting lists. Yeah, no waiting list there, and it's close to the house. So
Mhm. Yeah, I joined before I had kids. I was playing way more than I do now.
Yeah.
Like there's some months where I'm cutting the check and I'm like, I didn't even get up
sucks,
there.
but-
Yeah, I didn't even get to play up there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm cutting the check, but I'll tell you what, for the business I'm in,
oh, it's
like,
a hell of a business.
being a member and bringing guests and getting out there and just being in front of people and talking for a while
Yeah.
and kind of going back and forth and throwing, not like you get referrals from it, but then also you get like opportunities.
Opportunities that
Right. Like
you
if me and
meet,
you were
yeah.
golfing and you were like, yo, I saw this property or whatever, like
Yep.
I'm thinking about making a run at it.
Yeah.
What's your thought? Like that's
and just the wealthy people you meet at the golf.
Yeah.
at the
I mean, I'm
courses.
not up there enough to like be part of
Socialize
it,
that
to
much,
socialize that much. It's more like, I'll bring people or the couple buddies that I joined with or playing, we'll throw out a group
Mhm.
text. Once the kids are older, I'll start getting up there more, but
Yeah.
it's just far. Like I'm in Springfield, I'm at Concord on 202. Again, before the kids, I would just drive up there. It was
Yeah.
nothing. Now it's like, it's just far
It's
enough
far
away
enough
from me
away
that
where it's
like,
a pain in the ass.
yeah, I have to plan it out. And I can't just like buzz up there and just jump out, which is kind of a good thing. You know what I mean? Because I'm not there
You'd
all
be
the
there a
time.
lot more.
Yeah. So,
Awesome, baby.
but it's fun.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it,
Tim.
brother.
Thanks for
having me.
coming
Good
in.
seeing you again.
Yep.